Good afternoon, principal and all my colleagues who have gathered here to take part in this webinar of in-house training program on NEP 2020, and it's a great opportunity for us because most of us don't have much knowledge or we have a vague idea about this policy. So it's a great opportunity for us to learn more and have a vivid and clear idea about this policy, and we have our learned teacher, Ms. Shramana Mallik, who will elaborate and enumerate more on this topic. So I welcome Ms. Shramana Mallik to share her views on this topic. So Ms. Shramana Mallik.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, BWK sir. Today my topic is thank you, BWK sir. Um, I'm so honored that today I got a chance in-house online training program. Today's topic is Salient Feature of NEP 2020. As we can see in our slide that NEP 2020 is approved by the Union Cabinet of India on 29th July 2020, and it outlines the visions of India's new education system. मतलब इसका जो vision है, that is new education system in India, and the new policy replaces the previous national policy of education in 1986. यानी 1986 में NEP जो national policy of education था, that replaces on 2020. The policy aims to transform India's education system by 2040. Come to the next slide, that is vision of NEP. It's on 2020. मतलब NEP का जो 2020 का vision है क्या है, that is this national education policy envisions an education system rooted in India's ethos that contributes directly to transforming India, that is Bharat, sustainably into an equitable and vibrant knowledge society by providing high quality education to all and thereby making India a global knowledge superpower. That's mean we have to we will provide in India the same knowledge in each and every place. It's not like that कि government sites में जो हम लोगों को मिलेगा that will be some different, and private जो हम लोगों को मिलेगा that will be different. हर जगह इंडिया का जो होगा that be the same way in a global knowledge superpower nation. Come to the next slide, that is National Education Policy 2020 have so 4 parts. तो हम लोगों का जो NEP का NEP 2020 में it is divided in 4 parts. That is first one school education, second is higher education, number 3 is other key areas of focus, and all these things how to make it happen. It will be discussed in number 4. So, as I said that the part 1 is about school education.
So
what is in it?
First of
First
all,
of all, early childhood care and
education,
education,
the
the foundation of learning.
And the
And the
second
second one,
foundational
foundational literacy and
numeracy,
numeracy, and urgent and necessary prerequisite to learning.
Number
Number
three,
3, curtailing
dropout
dropout
rates and
rates and
ensuring
ensuring universal access to
at
education
all
at all
levels.
levels.
Curriculum
Curriculum and
pedagogy in
pedagogy in schools.
Learning
Learning should be holistic, integrated, enjoyable and engaging. मतलब हम लोगों को बच्चे लोगों को ऐसे पढ़ाना है कि वो लोग enjoy करें क्लास को और हमेशा engage रहे. तो हम लोगों को बच्चे लोगों को ऐसे
they will enjoy the whole chapter. मतलब जब एक chapter का एक जगह में उसको
enjoy a whole chapter. मतलब जब एक chapter का एक जगह में उसको छोड़ेंगे, they will have to ask what after next. So number 5 is about teachers. जो बच्चे लोगों को पढ़ाएंगे उसको भी कुछ learn करना पड़ेगा. They have to be capable. Come to number 6, that is equitable and inclusive education. which is for, and number 7 is efficient complexes and clusters. Number 8 is standard setting and accreditation for school education. In part 2, we can see the higher education, that is quality universities and colleges, a new and forward-looking vision for India's higher education system. In number 10, we can say that institutional restarting and consolidation. Number 11, towards a more holistic and multidisciplinary education. Optimal learning environments and support for students, motivated, energized and capable faculty. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ बच्चे लोगों को ही engage करना है, उन लोगों को energetic बनाना है. कोई भी chapter ऐसा नहीं होता है कि हर एक subject में हर chapter energetic हो या हम सबको वो chapter अच्छा लगे. So we have to be capable and energized on each and every chapter. Equity and inclusion in higher education. Number 15 is teacher education. Teachers should have to be educated on that matter. Last is reimagining vocational education. Number 17 is catalyzing quality, that is academic research in all fields through a new national research foundation. Number 18, transforming the regulatory system of higher education. And number 19 is effective governance and leadership for higher education institution. In part 3, we talk about other key areas of focus. हम लोगों को ये जो NEP 2020 का जो भी focus है वो किस मतलब प्रोजेक्ट में हम लोग देखेंगे. First one is professional education. Number 21 is adult education and lifelong education. It's promotion of Indian languages, arts and culture, technology use and integration, and online and digital education, that is ensured equitable use of technology. Now I told about that, how all these things will make to happen. In this way, we can do all these things, that is strengthening and central advisory board of education, financing affordable and quality education for all, and all these things we have to implement. And the last is list of abbreviation that we will use there. So fundamental principles of NEP 2020. Our next slide is about that. So NEP 2020 had some fundamentals principles, and we will talk about it in this slide. This is recognizing, identifying, and fostering the unique capabilities of each student. And we have to be flexible with students and each and everything. Between arts and science, curricular and activity, and a holistic education, emphasis on conceptual understanding, creativity, and critical thinking. Next one is promoting multilingualism and the power of language in teaching and learning. Just a minute.
আমি ওসব বুঝি না।
बोल दीजिएगा ड्यू टू सम टेक्निकल इशू से कनेक्ट नहीं हो पा रहा।
Fundamental principles. Pink color का slide है, I can.
सब कुछ पता है।
Okay, so due to some technical issue, I couldn't join with all of you. I'm sorry for this. Okay, so we are talking about fundamental principles of NEP 2020. That I'm again starting from that slide. Please open on that slide. That is NEP 2020 is have some fundamental principles, that is recognizing, identifying and fostering the unique capabilities of each student, and we have to be flexible. No hard separations between arts and science and between curricular and extracurricular activities, between vocational and academic streams, etc. Multidisciplinary and holistic education. And the next point is emphasis on conceptual understanding, creativity and critical thinking. Promoting multilingualism and the power of language in teaching, in learning, and life skills such as communication, cooperation, teamwork and resilience. Another principles of NEP 2020 are focus on regular formative assessment for learning, extensive use of technology in teaching and learning, and respect for diversity. Respect for diversity and respect for the local context. It is full equity and inclusion. Sorry for some technical issue. We couldn't join. Just hold for a minute. Okay, come back to the slide, that is synergy. That part I couldn't see all these things. Okay, so come to the slide, that is synergy in curriculum across all levels of education, and teachers and faculty as the heart of learning process. मतलब जो भी पढ़ाया जाएगा, teachers should be full energetic, and they have to they have to make the children very energetic, and they have to enthusiast the children. A light but tight regulatory framework to ensure integrity and transparency and resource efficiency of the educational system through audit and public disclosure, while encouraging innovation and out-of-the-box ideas through autonomy and good governance and empowerment. And it will all come with outstanding research and rootedness and pride in India. Okay, so we learned that there are school education systems. So in NEP 2020 and in National Education Policy 2020, decided some new pedagogical and curricular structure. That is, the 10+2 structure in school education will be modified with a new pedagogical and curricular restructuring of 5+3+3+4, covering ages 3 to 18. And number 2 is currently children in the age group of 3 to 6 are not covered in the 10+2 structure, as class 1 begins at age of 6. And in the new 5+3+3+4 structure, a strong base of early childhood care and education, that is called as ECCE, from age 3 is also included. So all these things we can see in this chart, that the previous academic structure is something different and the new pedagogical and curricular structure is something different, and that is more helpful for children as well as the teachers. Like in previous, we can see that the ages should be like 16 to 18. And the ages on the next slide, we can see that it is from 6 to 16. So it transforms itself in new, that is ages 14 to 18, and number 3 ages 11 to 14, and number 3 ages 8 to 11, and 2 years class, that is for class 1 and 2, it's about ages 4 to 8. Okay, next come to the next slide, that is foundational literacy and numeracy, urgent and necessary prerequisite to learning. That is about the highest priority of the education system will be to achieve universal foundational literacy and numeracy in primary school by 2025. National Mission of Foundational Literacy and Numeracy will be set up by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, which we can call as MHRD, on their priority. In the next slide, we can see that NEP 2020 also okay, in NEP 2020, we can see the preparatory class Bal Bhatika for children. Below the age of 5. So what is under that? That is prior to the age of 5, every child will move to a preparatory class, and or it will be called as Bal Bhatika, that is before class 1, which has an ECCE qualified teacher. मतलब teacher को ECCE qualified होना जरूरी है वहाँ पे. And NEP 2020 also decided that early childhood care and education curriculum, ECCEC, that we can call, to be carried out by the MHRD WCD, HFW, and tribal affairs, like the planning and the implementation of early childhood care and education curriculum, that we can call that ECCEC, will be carried out jointly by the ministries of HRD, Women and Child Development, that is called like WCD, and Healthy and Family Welfare, we can call that HFW, and the Tribal Affairs. Let's come to the next slide. Here we can see that NEP 2020 also decided about some experiential learning in all stages. Like experiential learning will include hands-on learning, arts integrated and sports integrated education, storytelling based pedagogy, and among others as standard pedagogy. So classroom transactions will shift towards competency-based learning and education. NEP 2020 also decided that content will focus on idea, application, and problem solving. That is like the mandate content will focus on key concepts, ideas, application, and problem solving. मतलब हम लोग ये जो NEP 2020 ने decide किया है कि जो भी कुछ किया जाएगा सब कुछ का एक फोकस होना चाहिए कि हाउ टू विल इम्प्लीमेंट ऑल दिस थिंग्स. सो हम लोग जैसे उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे हम लोगों का फोकस यही पे होगा. एक है की कॉन्सेप्ट्स पर, नंबर 2 इज आइडियाज एंड हाउ टू अप्लाई ऑल दिस थिंग्स, एंड जो भी कुछ होगा उसका मेन मोटो यही होगा, वी हैव टू सॉल्व ऑल द प्रॉब्लम्स. And teaching and learning will be conducted in a more interactive manner. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर हम लोग जाएंगे बच्चे लोगों को पढ़ाएंगे and we will come back. It will like अगर कोई चैप्टर के बारे में या कोई भी कुछ भी किसी के बारे में हम लोग अगर बात करते हैं, we should learn about the things and the student also interact with each other and also with the teacher. So come to the next slide, that is about no hurt separation of streams for students. मतलब कोई भी streams को लेके student में कोई separation नहीं किया जाएगा. Like students will be given increased flexibility and choice of subjects to study, particularly in secondary school, including subjects in physical education, the arts, crafts, and the वोकेशनल स्किल्स. मतलब वो लोग कोई भी सब्जेक्ट चॉइस कर सकते हैं अपने मन से. एंड देयर विल बी नो हर्ट सेपरेशन अमंग करिकुलर, एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर और को करिकुलर, अमंग आर्ट्स, ह्यूमैनिटीज, साइंस और बिटवीन वोकेशनल एंड academic streams. Subjects such as physical education, the arts and crafts, and the vocational skills, in addition to science, humanities, and mathematics, will be incorporated throughout the school curriculum, and each of the 4 stages of school education may consider moving towards a semester or any other system that allows the inclusion of shorter modules. Now come to the next slide, that is about NEP 2020, nutrition and health cards, regular health checkups for school students. यानी स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स का हर डे पे न्यूट्रिशन एंड हेल्थ कार्ड्स वो सब कुछ देखा जाएगा. That is about the nutrition and health, including mental health of them, of children, will be addressed through healthy meals, and regular health checkups and health cards will be issued to monitor the students. It is also decided that 3 languages learned by children will be the choice of state, regions, and students. मतलब 3 language उन लोगों को उन लोगों को 3 लैंग्वेज सीखना पड़ेगा. That will be first one from the state, and second one from the region choice, and third one will be choose by them only. The 3 languages learned by the children will be the choices of states, regions, and one of the students, so long as at least 2 of these 3 languages are native to India. As I said in that slide is written there. Now come to the next slide, that is about importance of board exams to be reduced. Exam can be conducted twice a year. Like in order to reduce the importance and stress of board exam, exam will be conducted in two parts, objective and descriptive. An exam can be conducted twice a year, and board exam should be promote knowledge application rather than note learning. It's mean like अगर हम लोग बच्चे लोगों को ऐसे बोलेंगे कि आप लोगों को एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपरेशन करना है एंड द सिलेबस इज लाइक दैट, सो they won't be focused in their co-curricular activities. Okay, so what we'll have to do, हम लोगों को बोर्ड एग्जाम का सिलेबस रिड्यूस करना पड़ेगा एंड उन लोगों को अदर जो कुछ भी है करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज उन लोगों का ध्यान देने के लिए उन लोगों को बोला जाएगा. So and what about the board exam should be promote knowledge application rather than note learning. मतलब उन लोगों को एक रिपोर्ट कार्ड आएगा जिसके थ्रू वो सिर्फ डिपेंड इसमें नहीं करेगा कि वो लोग क्या पढ़ रहे हैं, और इट्स नॉट अबाउट ओनली देयर नॉलेज, इट विल बी बेस्ड ऑन देयर अदर स्किल्स टू. So for some technical issue might be there some problem. Okay, let's back to the slide again. Okay, if someone leaves the screen right now, please don't do that. मतलब कोई भी अगर disconnect हो जाते हो तो please same link पे join कर लीजिए. Okay, so NEP 2020 or NEP 2020 also said that 360-degree holistic report card for students. जो आप लोगों को मैंने अभी बोला that student will get 360-degree holistic report card which will not only inform about the marks obtained by them in subjects but also their skills and other important points. NEP 2020 also said that various new provisions for children with disabilities, मतलब children with disabilities will be enabled to fully participate in the regular schooling process from the foundational stage to higher education. With support of educators with cross-disability training, resource centers and accommodation, assistive devices and appropriate technology-based tools and other support mechanisms tailored to suit the needs. Every state and districts will be encouraged to establish Bal Bhavans as a special daytime boarding school to participate in art-related, career-related and play-related activities, and free school infrastructure can be used as Samajik Chetna Kendras. Okay, these all are from school education. Now, school education and higher education. So सब चीज का एक summarize होता है. So NEP 2020 इतना कुछ higher education में उन लोगों ने implement किया है. So as a summary, we can say that quality of higher education aims to develop good, thoughtful, and well-rounded and creative individuals. In number 2, we can say that must form a basis for knowledge creation and innovation. Purpose of QHE, creation of greater opportunities for individual employment, re-energizing of HE through, it's like higher education, we can call it HE, through multidisciplinary universities and colleges and undergraduate education and faculty in institutional autonomy, etc. अगर कोई भी डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाते हैं तो प्लीज थोड़ा सा वेट कर लीजिए, सेम लिंक पे आप लोग रिकनेक्ट हो सकते हो। Okay, so what I'm saying, it's in summary, we can say the purpose of QHE, creation of greater opportunities for individual employment, and the next is re-energizing of higher education through multidisciplinary universities and colleges and undergraduate education, faculty of institutional autonomy, etc. So in higher education system, we can divide it in 3 types. Number 1 is research universities, number 2 is teaching universities, and number 3 is autonomous colleges. So we can say that multidisciplinary education and research universities, that we can say it like MERUS, that is MERUS, model public universities for holistic and multidisciplinary education at par with IITs, IIMs, etc. Okay, let's come to the next slide. Each and everything has a structure. If we are doing something, if NEP 2020 is doing something, so it should be go in a structure. मतलब हम लोग अगर उसको implement करें तो सब चीज का एक structure होता है, तो कौन से structure में हम लोग उसको implement करेंगे? So the structure will be like degree program for 3 or 4 years duration, that will be like certificate after completing 1 year, or it should be like diploma after completing 2 years, or bachelor's degree after 3 years, or multidisciplinary bachelor's degree after 4 years. If we do it after master program, that is like 1 or 2 years, it should be like 2 year with 2 year with 3 year bachelor degree, and 1 year with 4 years bachelor degree. Another thing we can do like integrated 5 years bachelor degree or master program, or PhD master degree, or 4 years bachelor degree, or MPhil, that is now discontinued, but it will be done before, like MPhil program. So now it is discontinued, so it won't happen now. Now come to the next slide, is like NEP 2020 also decided that multiple entry and the exit program, that is aims of 50% gross enrollment ratio by 2035. And there will be multiple entry and exit options for those who wish to leave the course in the middle. And number 3, we can say in this, like their credits will be transferred through academic bank of credits. And another thing is in financial, NEP 2020 also decided that financial autonomy to be given to 45K affiliated colleges